Hello guys, this is the 2024 Mazda CX-90. It's a brand new 3-row SUV from Mazda, and honestly, it looks amazing. This one is the premium trim. I did do a full detailed review of the Preferred Plus, which is actually this one right here. Today I'm going to be taking this premium trim on a POV test drive and tell you what I think. It's going to be my first time driving the CX-90 from Mazda. The premium adds a panoramic sunroof and those 21-inch rims over the Preferred Plus that I just finished reviewing. If you guys are interested in the full detailed review, it should be on my channel very soon. But today I'm going to be taking this premium on a POV test drive and see how it does. This one is finished in rhodium white, and honestly it looks very, very good. I love every single angle about this 3-row SUV, but let's go ahead and take it on a test drive and see how it does. All right, here's the interior of this 2024 Mazda CX-90. This thing looks amazing from the inside and outside, and I think Mazda did a great job with the design from the outside, because in the front, or from the front, this thing looks just amazing. I think the interior looks amazing as well. I love this wood, and I love this tan interior. I think they did a great job with this tan interior. This is extremely soft. I really like the stitching, the trim, the brushed aluminum, the fit and finish is just amazing in this Mazda CX-90. Backup camera resolution is actually very good. Lines do not move, and I really wish that it filled up the whole screen, or I really wish that the screen was a little bit closer to me. You could get the Mazda CX-90 with a 12.3-inch screen, if I'm not mistaken. This one is the 10.25-inch on this trim. If you go with the higher trims, you're going to get the bigger screen. So this one is the premium, and I did tell you guys that I did do a full detailed review of a Preferred Plus. Amazing SUV, looks nice from the inside and outside. This one is the premium trim. We're gonna take it on a drive and see how it does. Steering wheel is nice and light, and this 3.3 turbocharged inline 6 just wants to go. It's very torquey, and I liked about this CX-90. This 3.3 inline 6 reminds me of the American SUVs, Ford, GMC, Chevy. It has the same feel and same sound. But as I said, guys, it is a very torquey engine. Nice and quiet inside. Transmission is a little bit jerky at low speeds, but does shift nice and quick. Steering wheel is wrapped in leather, nice thin ring, and as I said, 10.25-inch screen. Does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Mazda system is alright. Not a big fan of the graphics, a little bit on the older style. Does have engine shut off, so when you come to a complete stop, the engine will turn off to save some gas. Right here on the right side, they're going to be the cruise controls and the adaptive cruise control. This premium trim adds stuff like a panoramic sunroof, 21-inch rims. Does add the Bose sound system, 12 speakers of Bose sound system. If you guys don't need those extra stuff, then I would definitely recommend the Preferred Plus. I reviewed this one, and I think it's definitely a good SUV that offers a lot of features for the money. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop on the highway, and we'll see how this SUV will do. The button for the mode selector just feels amazing, very premium, and I love that. There's paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. Good amount of power. This SUV definitely feels heavy, and it is heavy. It's a 3-row SUV, but in sport mode, this thing just wants to go. Let's go ahead and do an acceleration right here. Definitely nice and torquey. Well, let's go ahead and do another acceleration here. Yeah, this thing is definitely responsive, just wants to go, and feels like there is always power. This is about halfway accelerating, but such a beautiful, responsive 3.3 turbocharged inline 6 connected to an 8-speed automatic transmission. This 8-speed automatic transmission is not the best. It does get confused at low speeds. It is jerky, not a big fan of that, but this SUV drives good. There is no wind noise, but there's a little bit of road noise or tire noise, but honestly it's not that much, just a tiny bit. But I think that's completely fine because this one has 21-inch rims. If you guys need something a little bit quieter that drives a little bit more comfortable, then go with the 19-inch rims, because there is more rubber on the 19-inch rims. But this thing is beautiful, quiet, comfortable. I love the seating position. Visibility is very good, and does have all the nice safety features. Blind spot monitoring system, does have emergency braking, adaptive cruise control. This thing is very comfortable. 3-row SUV. The price on this one is almost $51,000 with destination. Suspension is nice and comfortable. Let's go ahead and put this thing back in sport mode. Use the paddle shifters. Paddle shifters are very slow, which is completely fine. This is a family SUV. The steering wheel has a little bit of a weird feel to it, but it is direct, has a really nice heavy weight to it, but when turning it has a weird feel to it. I can't really explain the way how it feels, but it has a different feel than other cars. Again guys, beautiful SUV, a lot of soft touches, comfortable, spacious. I did sit in that 3rd row and I was very comfortable. A ton of body lean, which is completely fine. This is a family SUV. On a rough road like this, honestly, it's not that bad. I've driven cars that are really bad on unpaved roads, but this sounds good and definitely feels premium. Suspension is nice and soft, but definitely with smaller rims the ride quality will be a little bit better. Again guys, a ton of body lean. And seeing out of the back is perfect. Side mirrors are massive on this CX-90. There is a lot of soft materials, like this right here is extremely soft. This is very soft. The armrest is extremely soft, and I really like that. It does have adaptive cruise control, which is nice. But this particular one does not have steering assist. I believe you have to go for the higher trims to be able to get this feature. Mazda adaptive cruise control is good, nice and smooth, but for the price point I really wish this had a steering assist. As I said guys, this one has the I-stop feature. Basically the engine turns off when you come to a complete stop. And let's go ahead and talk about this 3.3 turbocharged inline 6. So this engine is good, nice and responsive, connected to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and it is connected to a 48 volt mild hybrid system. But I'm not really feeling the 48 volt mild hybrid system in this Mazda CX-90. I do feel the mild hybrid system in Mercedes-Benz and BMWs, but not so much in this one. As I said guys, transmission is not really my favorite. It does, the RPMs keep going up and down, so it seems like the transmission is confused, or it gets confused. But this engine, 3.3 turbocharged inline 6, produces 280 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque. Fuel economy numbers are 24 in the city, 28 highway, and 25 combined. Again guys, it's a nice SUV, comfortable. I love the fact that the seats are nice and comfortable. Suspension soaks up the bumps good. Again, if you need something a little bit more comfortable, then go with smaller rims. 10.25-inch screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Good backup camera, but for 50,000 or 51,000 with destination, I need 360. And I really wish that the screen was a little bit big for the price. This SUV competes against the Ford Explorer, Hyundai Palisade, which offers the 360 and the 3D together, the 3D view. It's amazing. Honda Pilot, the Toyota Highlander, Nissan Pathfinder. So there's a lot of 3-row SUV in this segment. So I really wish that Mazda offered 360 or a bigger screen in this premium trim. I know you could get bigger screens in the higher trims, like a bigger screen in the higher trim, I believe a 12.3, but definitely a good SUV. I think Mazda should do few more touches to make this SUV a little bit better. I think a 3.3 turbocharged inline 6 with a 48 mild hybrid system should be a little bit quicker, should be a little bit smoother. I really wish that the 8-speed automatic transmission was better. It is very jerky and I don't like that. On rough roads, actually, it's not bad for a brand that is not premium. I think it's good. I really like what Mazda does with their SUVs and cars. They feel premium, but they're not priced as something premium. So they compete against the against Hyundais, Hondas, Toyotas, Nissans, but they feel definitely more premium. There's heated seats here. Climate controls are very easy to use. This SUV has tri-climate control, 12-volt socket, a wireless phone charger. There's cup holders. I love this wood trim. Brake hold, e-brake. You could control the screen using this wheel. You could go up and down, left and right. Volume control, favorite button. You have home, back, and navigation. Hill descent, and here are the drive modes. In sport mode, this SUV becomes more aggressive, but just not a big fan of this engine and transmission. I think Mazda could have done much better. 280 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque are enough for this SUV, but I feel like this engine transmission combination is not good. The engine feels a little bit heavy, feels a little bit sluggish. This 8-speed automatic transmission is just confused all the time. It is jerky at low speeds. So Mazda did a great job with the design, with the interior features. Everything is perfect except the engine and transmission, and I really wish that Mazda spent a little bit more time making this transmission and engine good. There's a heads-up display. It's nice and clear, and again guys, this SUV is just amazing, but I just not a big fan of the engine and transmission. Brakes actually feel good. The brake pedal sinks in a little bit, but the brakes themselves have a good bite to them. We're gonna go ahead and do an acceleration right here. I'm gonna brake boost this SUV and see how it does from a dead stop. It is in sport mode at the moment. Let's go ahead and turn off the iStop feature, which is the engine shut off. When you come to a complete stop, the engine turns off. Oh yeah. Little bit of delay at first, even with brake boosting, but once turbo kicks in, it does push you back to the seat, and it sounds really good. I think playing with the paddle shifters just makes the engine feels a little bit sluggish. Not a big fan of that. Yeah, brakes are definitely good. A little bit of sink when you hit the brake pedal, but it's very good. As I said, there's a 12-volt wireless phone charger, decent amount of space. There is 6 USB Type-Cs in this Mazda CX-90. There's a blind spot monitoring system. I really like the way how the turn signal indicators fade. So when they're activated, they basically fade away when they're blinking, which is a really nice, cool thing. I've noticed that in other Mazda's products, but definitely something nice. Steering wheel becomes nice and heavy. I'm turning the steering wheel so much to be able to turn a tiny bit. So I really wish that Mazda fixes that. Requires me basically I'm doing so much work to be able to turn the steering wheel, and I think I shouldn't be turning the steering wheel this much to be able to just do a small adjustment. So that's something that Mazda should fix. The drive mode just feels and looks amazing. Hill descent, this whole thing right here is soft. This is plastic, which is completely fine. This is soft, beautiful interior. I love the fact that there's a lot of space in the back. By the way, this one has a panoramic sunroof, This is with this premium trim. If you guys go one trim underneath this, you're not going to get the panoramic sunroof and the 21-inch rims. The 21-inch rims are, the size of them is 275 35 21. So there is a little bit of rubber. The highest trim of the Hyundai Palisade is I believe it's 49,000, almost 50,000, the calligraphy. And the highest trim on the Mazda CX-90 is 59,000, so $10,000. But the Mazda definitely feels luxurious more than the Palisade, but it is a $10,000 difference. I believe on the highest trim Hyundai Palisade you do get ventilated seats in the third row, if I'm not mistaken. So that's definitely a nice feature. The transmission shifts very quick, but when this transmission is under pressure, it gets confused. I'm gonna do another acceleration right here. I'm not gonna brake boost it, and we'll see how it does this time, because last time it didn't feel that responsive from at that stop. So no brake boosting this time. This thing sounds amazing. 3.3 turbocharged inline 6. For some reason this time I felt like the SUV accelerated a little bit better. I'm seriously impressed with this thing, but I'm not a big fan of the transmission and engine. There's a lot of storage places. The glove box is nice and big. Sitting out of the back is perfect. I love this tan interior. I think it looks amazing. It makes the interior nice and bright. This engine is responsive, but it doesn't feel like a 3.3 turbocharged engine with a mild hybrid system. Something like the Palisade, it has a 3.8 naturally aspirated V6, and it feels like very similar to this Mazda in like when it comes to power. But this thing feels and looks premium more than the Palisade. Not a big fan of the Honda, the Highlander, and the Ford Explorer. I think the closest to this is the Palisade. Honestly, the Palisade does have that premium feel to it, so that's why I'm comparing the Palisade more to this. But I don't know, I feel like Mazda should work on the transmission and engine. Such a beautiful SUV. MPGs are 24 in the city, 28 highway, and 25 combined. In the second row there is cup holders. This one has the 7 passengers, so there's basically nothing in the middle. If you guys go with the trim underneath this, you will get the full seat in the second row. I believe you could get it on this one, but I think it is part of an option. It is free of charge, I believe, on this one. Yeah, definitely using the paddle shifters is not good. It just doesn't sound that good. But this SUV is seriously amazing. I love the way how it looks from the inside and outside, and I think Mazda did a great job, except the transmission and engine. Turning radius is actually not that bad for a 3-row SUV. I seriously love the way how it looks. I love the fit and finish. Everything feels nice and premium. But again, the engine and this transmission are not that good. So I really wish that Mazda fixes this. You could get the Mazda CX-90 in a 3.3 turbocharged inline 6, just like this one, but with more power. So I believe it's, if I'm not mistaken, 320 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. I'll correct that in the bottom if I'm wrong, but basically there is the higher trims offer more power, so I can't wait to drive the higher trims. I don't believe this dealership has any yet, but I am seriously impressed by this SUV, except the engine and transmission. Fit and finish is perfect, everything looks good, and even the door panels, they're all nice and soft. I love the fact that this armrest is extremely soft. All windows are automatic up and down. Door handle feels nice and premium. The vents look amazing, and this one has the Bose sound system, 12 speakers of Bose sound system. Seriously an amazing SUV, but this transmission needs to go. It is a wet 8-speed transmission, and this 3.3 is nice and responsive, but I feel like it needs a little bit of tweaking. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2024 Mazda CX-90. If you guys are around, if you guys are interested, make sure to come and see Spencer here at Mazda of Milford. Before I end this video, I would like to let you guys know that I came out with my own car detailing products. So I am selling microfiber towels, wheel cleaner, ceramic coating, tire shine, leather cleaner, interior cleaners. So if you guys are interested, make sure to check out my website in the description of this video. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please like and subscribe, because it does help a lot. And as always, I'll see you next time.